Welcome back, everybody, to the Cleveland Cavaliers MyLeague here on NBA2K21. As today we continue the start here of season number 1. Last episode we played the first 2 games of our season, beating the Magic and losing to the Pacers. Now I definitely don't plan on playing all 82 games. We're going to do mostly simming, but we didn't do any simming last episode, and I don't plan on simming a whole lot today because I'm not fully done with all of our rosters. Obviously our roster is set. I wouldn't start without our roster being right. But I still got to get a few rookies on certain teams as we breeze through the numbers through 2 games. Obviously, this is a very small sample size, so I'm really not taking any of these numbers seriously, especially since both of these happened in games that I played, and most of this series will be, in the sim. So I'm not really taking this too much. I'm taking it with a grain of salt. But for what it's worth, the team has looked pretty good. That Magic game was a very fun one. Darius Garland hit a game winner. In the Pacer game, Oladipo dropped 39, including 7 for 7 of 3. That one maybe wasn't as much fun. So as I said, I plan on completing the rosters within the next couple days. Most of them are done, and all of the big-name rookies are on their correct teams. I just have to get a few of the other rookies, so it won't really make a huge impact. You won't really notice a difference with the other teams, and I made sure to play against teams that have their rosters totally set. We played the Mavericks and Knicks today, as you'll see, and both of those teams have their correct rookies. So we would sim 3 games. We would go 1-2, losing to the Bucks, beating the Bulls, and losing to the Pacers again. So no true surprises there, I guess. Luka Doncic and Andre Drummond chatting it up before the game. You got one superstar there, and you got a guy named Luka. Okay, I'm kidding. Andre Drummond isn't a superstar. Anyway, the 3-2 Dallas Mavericks head out to the Rocket Mortgage Arena here in Cleveland, Ohio, to take on the 2-3 Cavs. Regular starters today for Cleveland: Garland, Sexton, Porter, Love, and Drummond. For the Mavs, it'll be Jalen Brunson, Luka Doncic, Glenn Robinson, Maxi Kleber, and Kristaps Porzingis. As here's Luka Doncic opening up the game with a layup. He is probably going to be a problem for this Cavs defense today, I would imagine. 4-0, Dallas leads as Kevin Love steals it away from GR3 over to KPJ. Kevin Porter Jr. for the layup. Mavericks looking good early in this one as Brunson going inside, getting mean with the screen over to the Germany native, Maxi Kleber. As it is now 12-5, Kleber, tough contested shot, and it is good. Now it's 17-5. Dallas looking really good here. Doncic for 3. And the Mavericks have came out the gates swinging on offense and on defense. I mean, we're 6 minutes into the quarter, and the Cavs have just reached the double-digit mark in scoring. Not ideal. There's Luka with the open dunk. LeVar Ball wants it to stay in your lane, but there's nobody in that lane. 28-12 now. Doncic double-teamed. He's going to get it to Dwight Powell, who will get the floater to go in. Dallas up by 16 here with about 30 seconds to play in the quarter as Tim Hardaway Jr. more wide open than a Burger King drive-thru at 5 o'clock in the morning. 33-14. Sexton heaves it up from deep, making the score a little bit more respectable through 1, but so far Dallas is mopping the floor. 33-17. Dallas leads. They've looked great on both sides of the floor today as we move to the second. Andre Drummond with a powerful slam. Nice pass inside for Dre. 41-23 now. Marcus Morris with the nice bucket. Signed this offseason from the Clippers as it's now 45-27. Here is Jackson over to Darius Garland. Top of the key 3 for Garland, who's looked quite impressive so far in his second season, especially as a playmaker. There's Drummond again with another slam. 52-32 late in the first half as Seth Curry with the short shot. Not Steph, it's Seth. 54-34. There is Morris with the slam, former Kansas Jayhawk, as it's a 22-point Dallas lead with under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Drummond says, "Get that out of here." Transaction denied. Chetty Osman with it. Deep 2. And it is good. So now the Cavs are only down by 20. And I say only loosely as Hardaway immediately buries the 3 the following possession. And then the possession after that. Wash, rinse, repeat. This time it's Kristaps Porzingis for 3. Mavs lead by 26. Rough first half for the Cavs. 36 points in the first half is pretty unexcusable. They're going to try to increase that number, and I guess this will help as Dante Exum The Australia native gets it from deep. 64-39, Osman trying to beat the buzzer. His shot is no good, and we've got ourselves a blowout at the moment. Dallas leads it 64-39. Their offense has looked very good. Luka Doncic has, looked like Luka Doncic through the first half. 17 points, only 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Cleveland's offense does not look good. They're on pace for 78 points, and they're also on pace to lose by 50. So let's see if Cleveland can pick it up in the second half, at least try to make this score look somewhat respectable. As Brunson inside for the layup, it is good. 66-43. Luka Doncic trying to get mean with the screen. He's going to get the layup to fall. Dallas up by 25. Ensuing Cavs possession. Andre Drummond again with the dunk. One-handed, soft touch. Okay, that wasn't really soft. That was an emphatic slam. 68-47. Nice play off of the pump fake by Kristaps, as Dallas still leads it by 20+, but Cleveland's making it a little bit closer, I guess. There's Maxi Kleber for 3. Has a hand in his face. Doesn't matter because he buries the triple. Josh Jackson with a nice layup, his first basket of the game. Ensuing Mavs possession. Hardaway has to get his own offensive rebound for the layup. Glass cleaning, paper scraping. As there's Larry Nance with the poster. Wasn't a beautiful dunk, but he did poster someone. Tim Hardaway Jr. there with the dunk now. 79-57. Look at LUKA with the and one for rookie. Obi Toppin with the foul. Quiet day for Toppin, as Dante Exum gets the steal. Exum going to pass it out for Obi, who will miss the 3, and this possession would become wonky fairly quickly, as Dante Exum, he's going to get it for Toppin. Inside for Osman. That's a really nice pass by Obi Toppin, as the Mavericks would miss a full court shot, but they do lead it by 21, ending the third quarter. The fourth quarter was very uneventful. This game has been a blowout, so I didn't really feel the need to show the fourth quarter. Cleveland did make it closer. They only lost by 12, 112-100. So, I mean, they did make the score look a lot more respectable. So, I guess there is that. They did pretty much all they could in the second half. Looking at the box score, Andre Drummond led the team in scoring with 20. Sexton with 16, Love and Nance with 15, Garland 10 points, 10 assists. Kevin Porter Jr. of a rough day. Him and Obi Toppin combined to go 1 for 12 from 3 and 7 for 23 from the field. Ouch. Luka, 31 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds. Kristaps had 19 and 10. Hardaway Jr., Morris, and Kleber all in the double figures as well, as this game is unfortunately an L for Cleveland, and the Cavs would start a little losing streak. They've now lost 4 straight, losing by 25 to the Celtics and then taking an L to the Washington Wizards. So now they're going to head out to Madison Square Garden to take on the 4-5 New York Knicks. This is the type of game that the Cavs should end their losing streak in. I mean, the New York Knicks are not a particularly good basketball team. Both squads have some injuries today. No Andre Drummond for Cleveland. He has back spasms. The Knicks will be without rising star R.J. Barrett. So it'll be the rookie Devin Vassell starting instead, as Mitchell Robinson with the putback. 10-5. Nice layup by Darius Garland to make it 10-7. As Garrett Temple out here cooking on Kevin Porter Jr. Knicks looking pretty good early, but I mean, it's not a blowout like the last game, thankfully. There's Colin Sexton for 3. Sexton with 8 of the Cavs' 14 points so far, as the lob for Willie Cauley-Stein. That was pretty nice. Following possession, there's Obi Toppin with the and one. Gibson with the foul. 20-17. Tyrese Maxey no good from 3. Frank Ntilikina misses the putback. Ntilikina would get another chance and makes the mid-ranger. Frank Ntilikina had a really surprisingly good game offensively. You don't get to say that about him a lot. He is a liability on offense, to say the least, normally. As there's Cedi Osman for the layup, 22-19. Tyrese Maxey with it, the 27th overall pick out of Kentucky, getting it to Ian Mahinmi for the slam. Speaking of slams, the rookie out of Dayton, Obi Toppin with a beautiful dunk. Obi can throw it down, let me tell you. He's going to have some highlight dunks this year. Sexton trying to beat the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. He does, but the shot is unsuccessful. Knicks lead it 28-21. Hey, that's a football score. I like football. as we go to the second now. Quick shot for Osman, and it is good from 3. The Croatian sensation with the play, as there is Mahimni with the layup, 24-30. Another nice slam for Obi Toppin going upstairs where Grandma hides the cookies. 26-30. Frank Ntilikina inside for the layup, as it is now 28-34. There's Garrett Temple with the play, the veteran giving the Knicks an 8-point lead. And then a couple possessions later, it's Julius "You Can't" Randle, the truth! And I don't think the Knicks can handle Obi Toppin much longer. Toppin with a reverse two-handed slam, and the Cavs are down by 7, but it's been fun watching Obi Toppin do his thing. Here's Garrett Temple open for 3. Another rough first half for the Cavs defense, I've got to say. Toppin now from deep. He has looked really good in this first half. Kind of struggled in the Mavs game, but he has been impressive today. 39-48. There's Taj Gibson. He meets Josh Jackson at the rim. Wow, what a play. Vassell misses the 3, and Mitchell Robinson does get the putback. No Andre Drummond has proven to be a problem, since Mitchell Robinson's going to get a lot of those boards. There's another one. And Andre Drummond has certainly been missed in this first half. There's an and 1 for Frank Ntilikina, who continues to, dare I say, dominate offensively in the first half. Osman misses the 3 at the buzzer as the New York Knicks lead this game by 14. It is 57-43. Another rough start today for Cleveland. I mean, it's certainly more likely that they'll come back on this one. They're not down by nearly as much, and the Knicks and the Mavericks are two very different teams. Colin Sexton leading the way for the Cavs. He has 12. Mitchell Robinson with 8 and 7 for New York as we go to the second half. Vassell misses from deep. However, Mitchell Robinson with another offensive rebound, and he gets it in. 47-61. Larry Nance denied at the rim. What a defensive play. Mitchell Robinson with a huge block. And then the Cavs decide to say, what's defense? We don't know how to do that. Ntilikina with the layup. 47-63. Maybe the Knicks aren't that good at defense. They leave Kevin Porter Jr. wide open for 3. Larry Nance gets to actually dunk it this time. Cleveland trying to make a comeback, but the Knicks are still up by 15. As Randle with it. Bad defense by Obi Toppin as New York leads it by 17. Something's got to give if you're Cleveland, and I guess that's a start. Nice dunk for Colin Sexton, and he said, screw it, I'm going to do it again. Back-to-back possessions for Colin Sexton dunks. 60-73 here. Maxey doesn't really know what to do with it. Chalks up a prayer, and let's just say the Lord was shining above him. Tyrese Maxey makes an incredible 3. Speaking of incredible, Obi Toppin just did a huge windmill. That's like his 4th dunk of the game. 64-76. Cleveland could use a big bucket, and they get that. Huge 3-ball from Dante Exum. 67-76. Look at the lob. The windmill for Josh Jackson. 69-76. Nice amount of points for the Cavs. As Ian Mahimni with the slam. 72-78. Quick 3 in the corner by Obi Toppin, who now has 18 in this one. Good defense by Cleveland. They're going to run the fast break. Obi Toppin with it. And nobody's going to stop him. You might as well call him Father Toppin, because he just baptized Willie Cauley-Stein. Of all of Obi Toppin's dunks today, I think that one might be the best. Sexton trying to beat the buzzer, making a 1-score game, and he is successful. What a second half to the third quarter for Cleveland. They were down by 15 halfway through the quarter. They're only down by 3. Things changed very quickly in the game of basketball as we advanced to the 4th. Now it's only a 1-point lead. However, Julius Randle with a nice dunk. 85-88. Here's Vassell. He's missed a few threes from the top of the corner today. And the rookie of Florida State will not miss that one again as he will get it to go in. There's Kevin Love with a dunk. 87-96. Knicks on a run now, but Kevin Porter Jr. going to try to stop the run. He gets the 3. And then the ensuing possession, they leave Porter wide open from deep. And it's just a 1-point game. 97-98. Sexton with it for Garland and the lead. I don't think Cleveland has been up once today. That changes as it's now 99-98 with 2:20 to go. Knicks trying to get the lead back as Taj Gibson, guarded by Love. Good defense, but it does go in anyway. 119-100. Ensuing possession, the Knicks were too caught up in the fact that they got the lead back that they decided not to guard Garland. He makes the layup, 103-100. Cavs up, good dunk by Gibson. Now it's 108-105. Cleveland can ice it here, and they do just that. Kevin Porter Jr. from 3, and that's pretty much how this game ends. 113-105. Huge second half comeback from the Cleveland Cavaliers. They were down by 14 going into the halftime break and outscored them by 22, including 70 points alone in the second half. That is pretty impressive offensively. And the Knicks find a way to New York Nick, if you will. Frank Ntilikina, 25 points, 10 assists. He actually played really well offensively, which is, weird. Cleveland's defense still needs a lot of work if Ntilikina is dropping 25 and 10. Randall also with 25. Mitchell Robinson with a double-double, 12 points, 13 rebounds, and he also went 6 for 6 from the field. But the most wild thing for Robinson today is he had 12 offensive rebounds. I don't know if it's more surprising that he had that many offensive rebounds or that he only had 1 defensive rebound. I don't know. Very weird stat there. For the Cavs, Colin Sexton led all scorers with 26 points. He was very efficient. Obi Toppin with a spark plug-esque game off the bench with 22. His best game as a pro. Kevin Porter Jr. with 19. He was great in the second half. Double-doubles for Kevin Love and Darius Garland once again. So that'll do it for today's episode. Once again, we would normally sim here, but since I'm still fixing up the rosters, we're not going to do as much simming right now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm out. Have a good day, and stay safe.